What's going on, viewers of Toro magazine? I'm Damon Snider, designer and chief of dopeness at Type D Living. I'm here to talk about a little bit of dude living refined and how you can do up your space in a dude approved and chick friendly manner. Well, stepping into a client's house, typically what I'm faced with, especially them being typical dudes, a lot of these clients are buying spaces for their first time, and they're moving in from either directly from a university, type of environment with roommates, or they're moving from a rental unit, and everything that they've accumulated over the course of their university days gets brought into this new space. And it's not that it's so chaotic, it's just that it's just a modge-podge of random pieces of furniture that don't tie in together. And what I'm trying to do with Type D is just, allow these guys to take their domain by the horns and make it an environment that they feel comfortable in, but their guests will also feel comfortable in as well, right? So here's my office. I picked this sort of playful theme. I want to have everything sort of inspirational and fun and friendly and totally anti-corporate and conventional. So I did such things as, for instance, I put a Tyrannosaurus Rex head up on the wall. I think that pretty much says it all, but if that's not enough to sell it, I threw some old guitars that I had up there just to pop different colors off the wall. Got a little mini basketball net. If I get bored or, I'm working too hard or whatever, I can just shoot a little hoops. And then a surfboard. I got this in Cocoa Beach in Florida. It's, sort of bought it from some surf shops, a little beat up, and I thought it'd be the perfect addition to my wall just to make, a little bit of dimension come off the walls and a little bit more interest, right? You keep in mind that you want your personal character to be brought out in your environment, right? A lot of the time I'll inquire with clients about what their favorite pastimes are, what their favorite sports are, for instance, what they like to do on the weekend, who are their favorite icons of all time or whatever. And by incorporating those attributes into their home, when they're inviting guests over or they're entertaining, it just gives that first impression to that guest who you are inside without you even having to open your mouth if they don't know already, right? So you're sitting back and you're like, well, where do I start? I don't have a huge budget, but I definitely want to revamp. So I would say before you even spend any money, you're literally looking at what is clutter, what doesn't belong here, what do I not need? And you got to start decluttering. And then you want to get into maybe changing the flow of your space. Maybe the flow of your space doesn't make sense right now. I would say, rearrange the stuff you have, see what you can work with, and then basically, then you go out and you look for signature pieces, right? If you have a couch, if you have a table, if you have everything that works and is nice and updated and those things, are sort of blended together, then look for tabletop items. Start at HomeSense. Don't go HomeSense crazy and buy every single fake book that you can see, but every once in a while there are unique finds that you can pick out of the shelf and throw atop your table or next to the TV or something like that, and they're conversation pieces, and they're $14 a piece or $50 for something cool that you're not going to find anywhere else, right?